Welcome to Baffling Cyclops. I'm David.
Hey, I'm Pepper Proxy.
And today, I don't know what we're going to talk about.
I'm not sure either, but I'm very excited.
About
the fact that we just went down to the Carpentino Brothers, which is like a local nursery / vegetable stand and farm. And they have a big pumpkin patch for Halloween, but they also are known for their...
cabbages.
That's true. Their cabbages are huge.
Mm-hmm. They have kraut cabbages, green cabbages, multiple kinds.
Yeah, well, I learned about that today because you had mentioned you thought that some coleslaw would taste delicious with the barbecue pork that I got. Basically, the pork I got almost for free at Costco. Carpentino Brothers, they're known for their real trees. They're gorgeous. I think the tree we got is a noble pine, but we like the little miniature trees. But also, I love a flocked tree.
So it's not really a noble pine. It's a potentially noble pine if it had continued to grow.
Exactly, right?
But they didn't have any flocked trees in the size that we wanted.
And the super minis.
So we had to call the guy over in his overalls and explain to him... Zach. And explain to him what kind of flocking we wanted.
Well, yeah, they were so helpful down there. We first asked Zach, do you have any little super miniature flock trees? We asked another dude, and he's like, well, yeah, they should be right here. And then they weren't. Then he went and got Zach. And then Zach came over, and they had super minis, but they weren't flocked. And so he said, which one of these would you like? We can flock it for you.
I know. So then Zach is going to flock our tree tomorrow.
Yay, I can't wait. And then I'm going to go pick it up. So we decided to go with a medium flocking.
Right, because they have the flock where it's just lightly on the ends of the branches that looks like clumps of snow. And then the medium flock is the entire tree white.
Yeah.
And then heavy flock, it's like a solid block of flock.
I know. I would say the bigger the tree, the more solid the flock.
You love a flock.
I do like a flock tree. Well, no shame for artificial trees either. But I gotta say, just even imagine that we're going to have a real tree that's also flocked. I don't think there are many places that provide that service.
Certainly not in Seattle.
No. So I'm really excited about that.
At work, we do, at Archie McPhee, we have flocking that comes up occasionally. And my favorite flocked item we ever had, I got to name, which was the flocked face shell monkey.
I think I vaguely remember that. Would you refresh my memory what he looked like?
He was mostly shells in a monkey shape with shell eyes, but the rest of his face that wasn't shell was flocked. So it was the only part that was flocked. And the only reason we got it is because I came up with the name flock-faced shell monkey.
Was it a bestseller?
No.
Oh.
It's in the Archie McPhee book. If you get the Archie McPhee book, you can see the flock-faced shell monkey.
What's the Archie McPhee book called?
Who would buy this?
And who co-wrote it?
Me.
Yay!
But it does have a picture of the flock-faced shell monkey, which I love that phrase. Speaking of Archie McPhee, it's been very busy for me this week because it's obviously like shopping time.
Right.
And I have to be on high alert for the website and marketing stuff. So I haven't really been able to put as much time into podcasting as I would like because I'm so focused.
You're really busy this time. I mean, you're busy all the time, but from late August until January, that's your real busy time.
Right. Maya, who listens to our podcast, did send me a product for you.
What?
But she wanted me
Thanks, Maya.
to surprise you with it, but it's expensive.
Okay.
So
Well, let's
she
just
said,
imagine it.
well, she said, would Pepper like these? And what if you surprised her by doing the whole house in them? Which is, do you see it?
Yes, it is.
It says raven lamp,
Oh my
but
God.
it's really looks like a crow. It does have a raven's beak, but it's got a crow body because it doesn't have the feathery chest. And
Maya, that's amazing.
there are 3 different. And they each hold a light bulb. They're like little lamps, and they hold the cord in their beak, and then it like dangles out of their beak. And she wanted me to buy a flock of these and do the house to surprise you.
I think she's really smart.
But
Well, Maya
they're
doesn't.
$59 each.
Okay, so Maya doesn't know this, but I am obsessed with lamps. Lamps and rugs. And I like chairs as well.
You like lamp.
Those are so cool. Well, maybe I think she's like right that it'd be cool if there were a whole flock. But even if I had just one.
I know it's one of those things I wouldn't buy without showing it to you first, because it's very specific to have a whole crow, you know, from claw to beak, holding a wire in his mouth, and you're very particular about lamps. I would feel uncomfortable choosing a lamp for you.
Okay.
I would suggest a lamp.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't, it's one of those things I would never just buy for you because it's too particular.
I am a little particular, but I do have to say, before we even started this podcast, did I not say, should we turn on these beautiful glass lamps with the Edison bulbs for our podcasting pleasure? And you said, yeah, we don't need to.
Yeah,
and I turned a different lamp on.
You did. My favorite thing...
Those are cool, really cool.
Well, I'm glad she said it. My favorite thing about your rug obsession is that you are always proud of the price you paid for the rug, so you leave the price tag tucked underneath it. So when I'm vacuuming and I pick it up, I can see how much we paid for the rug.
Sure do. And I leave price tags on lamps too. And it's because I love a good deal. It's not because I'm like braggadocious about, I have the super expensive thing. It's more, I have this super expensive thing, and I paid 10% of the original cost.
You like that crow lamp.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I also think maybe we could make that.
Right.
I think that's the other thing. I want to read more about it and research it. Because if the crow is like ceramic or porcelain and holding that, that's well worth it. But if it's just like a little plastic crow, I think we could do it. We could do it ourselves.
We could 3D print a crow.
Yeah.
What if we bribed an actual crow to hold the cord?
Oh my gosh, what if we had an inside crow? Or blue. Okay, so back to our little flock tree. I did have an idea. It would be super cool because we bought like these. You had an idea. You suggested we get the little miniature lights that are blue, but they're round. They're like little globes, which will be beautiful with that white tree. And then I was thinking, wouldn't it be great in the olden days, like the old ornaments, they had clips and they were birds, like little birds. And some of them were glass and some of them were made like out of feathers, I think. But,
they still make those.
Okay, so what if there were stellar jays and scrub jays?
Well, the blue would definitely fit in with the flock tree for sure.
Well, and you're the king of the blues. So I always just thinking about that. But thank you, Maya, for sending that to David Wall, because I really do like it a lot.
She was like, Pepper will like this.
She's right.
Well, one other thing that has been getting me through the Christmas season, because my Christmas season is early
and long,
is George the monkey.
Oh my gosh. You showed me some George.
I showed you some George. I discovered him on TikTok. For some reason, TikTok thought I would like monkey content. And I don't know why, but they were right.
They were. You almost made me do a spit take because I was taking a sip, but yes.
Well, I show
How
you.
would they know?
How would they know? And I show you some of the things that come up in my TikTok.
Yeah.
And I've gotten content from someone who owns a toucan. Multiple people who have otters that live in their house.
Oh my gosh, those yes, the otters, which you would prefer an otter.
Right. And then the other one.
The beaver.
The beaver, which I enjoy watching those beavers videos, but I don't know that I would want a beaver to live in our house. Because beavers, we've known for years, because we've watched so many beaver documentaries, if they live in your house, they chew in your chairs.
And they try to build dams out of
Constantly.
plungers.
Constantly. Well, that one beaver on TikTok is obsessed with plungers, so much so that the woman who lets it live in her house, well, he's allowed indoors and outdoors. So he has an indoor dam and an outdoor dam. And she bought him his own plunger, and he added it to his outdoor dam. He loved it so much.
I know, it's cute. And she's like, I don't know why he likes this plunger so much.
But it loves the plunger.
Okay, but let's talk about George.
George the monkey. I love George the monkey.
Why?
Well, one, the name of the TikTok account is Here's Your Monkey Content. Which I was like, wow, thank you for serving that up for me. And George gets packages in the mail, and they have an Amazon wish list. So if you want to send George a gift,
a treat,
you can just sign up there, and then George he'll unbox it.
Okay, yes.
And he loves opening the boxes, the Amazon envelopes, anything. He loves it.
Can I just tell everybody one of the first things how you introduced me to George was you said that he did unboxing videos, and then you went on to say he got a package of diapers.
And he hated the diapers.
Threw them across the room. So I was very intrigued by George as well, because it tickled me that George the monkey, who does unboxing videos, just was not into the diapers.
Well, I think he's mad he has to wear diapers. Because he wears diapers with like a diaper cover over the top. So when someone sent him diapers, he was like, to hell with this.
He was like, F you. I want some dried fruit.
Yeah, which is one of his favorite things. But I'm really interested in what George likes. He likes an instruction manual. So if something comes with an instruction manual, he opens it and pages through it.
Does he read it?
He doesn't. No. But he's intrigued with the books. And I think he's seen other people look at it before trying to construct it. He loves zippers. Someone sent him a whole bag of zippers.
You showed me that one, and that was that was so dear to my heart because I kind of like zippers too.
Yeah, but he's just fascinated by watching zippers open and close.
Yeah, and you told me you were when you were like at 4-month-old.
Well, I just think it's fascinating to watch the teeth go together.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Yeah.
I'm with George on that.
I know that's
I'm not. This is all pro George.
Yeah, all of it.
By the way, all the way. Yeah, and he loves dried fruit, to an extent that it has to be limited.
Well, yeah, because in the one video when I think he could almost smell it before he totally unwrapped it. But he was so excited. And then he started shoveling the pieces of dry fruit. I imagine it was apricot, but I don't know what it was. But it was one of those gift boxes of different types of dried fruit. And George's mom had to say, that's enough, George. Stop, George. Because all I can imagine is maybe she was worried about the diaper change. After all that dried fruit.
Poor George. And George sometimes doesn't like things.
What doesn't he like? Besides diapers.
He doesn't like some of the plushies he's got. He did not like the sparkly blue cowboy hat someone sent him.
Well, because he knew he'd have to wear it.
Well, every time it got close to his head, he would just take it in his hand and just throw it away.
Yeah.
He didn't like that. He liked the car he got. He could drive the car. So he got like a little kid's car that you sit in the seat and you can press a button and it goes. He loved that. But he doesn't like everything.
Didn't you say he likes to watch videos of himself? Oh, no, that's a little girl. Never mind.
No, he likes to watch videos of himself.
What about, has he gotten any monkey plushies?
No monkey plushies. There's one really hilarious one.
Would he like a flocked face shell monkey?
Maybe. There's one video where they got their big sponsor, which is a company that sends you plushies that are supposed to be your friends.
Yeah.
And he opened it up and there was an elephant inside. And they put it on the couch next to George and he just pushed it off. He did not like it.
Why do you think he didn't like the elephant?
Because he was supposed to like it.
So does he have oppositional defiance disorder?
I think all monkeys have oppositional defiance disorder. I think that's part of their nature.
Or was he just being contrary?
I don't know. Well, he does like phone cases. He likes putting cell phones in and out of their cases. But if he can't get it to squeeze in, he bites it in. Well,
don't we all?
Speak for yourself.
Okay.
Monkey girl.
This is okay. So then I deduce, based on the few videos I've seen of George, he's maybe too smart for plushie. And because he did get a toolkit as well, and he really enjoyed the toolkit. He likes to read instruction manuals. You don't think he reads? I do. So maybe just the plushie, the elephant plushie, was for a baby. And he's like, I'm too big for this.
Sometimes though, his owner, when George opens the instruction manual, goes, "George, that's upside down," and has to go turn it around. That's why I don't think he's really reading.
Okay.
I think he would know if it was upside down. He can tell if the pictures are upside down, because sometimes there are books. But my favorite video of George is when he got a book of recipes for juices, different juices, and his owner, he unwrapped the book and looked at it, and it was okay. But then the owner started with the juicer. And,
so they got a book and a juicer.
Well, the juicer they had. It was just recipes for the juicer. And I don't know why you would need a recipe book for juicer.
Who knows?
I don't know. But anyway, so they put beet juice through at first, and George ran up to the spout on the juicer and started licking. He did not like it.
Oh, because beets taste like the dirt.
But he likes beet. He likes beet chips, but not beet juice.
That's surprising.
But then they laughed at him, and he was like, and then they waited, and he mixed and he drank it. But then there's another one where he goes up to the spout and starts drinking, and they're like, "No, George, you have to wait." And he goes back, and he just has a look in his face the whole time when he's like staring at the spout and waiting for it to come out, because he just wants to go up. And he's so anxious, and then finally they're like, "Okay, George, you can drink it now." And he goes up and he just chugs it down because he loves the juice so much.
What juice was it?
It was a mix. It was like there was some beet juice in it, like whatever he needs. I don't know what monkeys need.
I'm thinking that monkeys are like 6-year-olds. I think but I do think George can read the manuals, even upside down, because I think he's a special monkey. But anyway, beet juice it's not evil, but it's sneaky, because you look at it and you're like, oh my gosh, look at that beautiful ruby toned, delicious drink that must taste like strawberries in heaven. And then you taste it and it tastes like dirt. So he's probably a little pissed because he thinks it's going to taste sweet and delicious and yummy, like berries, and then
when it mixes, it does.
Well, I like dirt,
but it's a good ingredient for George.
Yeah.
It's just not something that George wants, and they give him a lot of beets, so I assume there's something in beets that monkeys need to be healthy,
like dirt. Well, all we know is that George does not have pica syndrome.
No.
But if you do have pica syndrome, then you probably would really love beets because they taste like dirt.
It's true. It's true. So that was my George the monkey story. Here's your monkey content. I'll put a link in the newsletter.
Thank you.
So that people can watch some George and get their George fill. I recommend subscribing to George.
Yeah, he's pretty cute, I have to say.
And I wish I was as excited about George every time I got a package.
He loves it. It doesn't matter what it is. He's like mop heads for the Shark Steam what is it? Steam and Spray, which is an amazing product. I don't know why they discontinued it. But he would be all over. He'd be like, yay, it's mop heads. And then he'd sniff it and then probably fling it because it looks like a plushie.
Yeah. He hates plushies.
Some of us do. You help it.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Don't forget to subscribe to this podcast. And to read our show notes, sign up for our newsletter at bafflingcyclops.com.